YouTube. No, I don't speak Spanish, even though sometimes I like to think I do. Not a language I can speak fluently. However, instead of speaking Spanish in this video, I am going to be speaking the truth.
The truth!
Yeah, you got it. The truth.
You can't handle the truth!
So if you're allergic to the truth, now is your cue to leave the room. But if you don't mind hearing the truth, boy, this is going to be a good one. So with that said, let's get into the video, shall we?
Let's have some fun on Karz Created.
Alright, so what is this truth that I will be talking about? Plain and simple answer is, I do firmly believe that social media has unrealistically altered people's perception of what a fast car is. So with that said, the reason why I'm making this video is because comments on comments, a lot of the videos I make with my cars, mainly the EcoBoost Mustang, I can't tell you how many times people say the car is slow. But I've had people mention that on all my other cars, including the SHO, which was almost a sub 4 second 0 to 60 car. That was a fast car off the line. So, I mean, I hear a lot of just, you know, oh, that's slow, oh, this is slow, oh, that's slow. And I'm thinking to myself, these aren't slow cars. I mean, they're not race cars, but they're not slow cars. So it really made me wonder, why is it that people are claiming that a fast car is only a car that goes 7 seconds on the quarter mile? And well, I think the simple answer to that is social media. Unfortunately, YouTubers, you know, we YouTubers have a big influence on other people's decisions, what they do with their cars, what cars they buy, etc., etc. I don't think I need to really explain how that works. But because there's such a huge influence from car YouTubers in the automotive world and how it influences other people, of course that's not only influencing their decisions and what they do with their cars, but it's influencing how they perceive the way cars are. It's not a mystery to know that it is so easy to make a really fast car. Remember the words, easy. I didn't say cheap, I said easy. So it is really easy to make a fast car. It is a lot more inexpensive, not cheap, inexpensive. It's a lot more inexpensive to make a really fast car than it ever used to be. So with that said, you know, the new 10-second car was a 9-second car. Then 9 seconds became 8 seconds. Now it's like the new standard benchmark for a fast car is 7 seconds in the quarter mile. Like, that is nuts. Like, these are extremely fast cars. We're not in fast anymore. We're extremely fast. We're talking about cars that go from 60 to 130 in under 5 seconds. Some of them doing it in almost 2 seconds. Ridiculously fast. Especially something that can also be driven on the street, which a lot of these cars are. These cars that are that fast, that are constantly being documented, YouTube after YouTube after YouTube video, TikTok, this, that, other, whatever it may be, these cars are generally all in the same hands of the same people. They're not your everyday car. They're not an average car at all. You know, we're talking about 4-digit built twin turbo Lamborghinis, Audi R8s, 2,000 plus horsepower Dodge Vipers, and I mean, these are extremely high-end cars. Now, even in the lower end of that, we're still talking about 4-digit, you know, purpose-built cars. You know, these cars probably have at least, you know, on the lower end of $40,000 to $50,000 just in, you know, like parts to make them run. Not, you know, it's not probably what the whole build cost. These are not your everyday cars. And most times, these cars are really only featured in special events or races and stuff, or occasional videos on the street. A lot of times these are not daily driven cars. A lot of times these are not cars that are on the street too much at all. Cars with that much power, some of them are built well enough where they do have great street manners, others not so much. But these cars are seen so much now, you know, because of the way social media is. how people see these cars. Not to mention, I mean, your average modern day car with minimal modifications is easily a 9-second car. It's unbelievable, you know. So with that said, we are still talking about $60,000+ cars, either with modification, the cost of the car, and or the cost of the car plus modifications. A lot of times you are probably somewhere plus $60,000 or north $1,000, which for still a lot of young car enthusiasts is not obtainable. So I would still say that's, for the majority, an unrealistic expectation to say that a fast car is only a car that does 9 seconds or faster. I think this is where the problem lies. It's because it is so easy now to make a car fast, like really fast. I'm not talking about just fast, I mean really fast, like dangerously fast in a lot of cases, that because of that and because of the amount of wealth that a lot of YouTubers have, and or a lot of wealthy people who aren't YouTubers that are featured in YouTube videos who have these cars, because this image is constantly going around time after time, it is saturating the average Joe's mind about what is a fast car. I'm not saying a 12-second car is lightning quick. I feel like because cars have developed themselves to a point where, yes, they are now faster than they ever used to be with less effort than ever, I would say that the average 12-second car would probably be closer to a high 10, a low 11-second car. I think that's where we can move the category. But when you're talking about a daily driven street car, 12 seconds is fast. Understand the amount of power it takes to get a car to do 12 seconds. You know, triple digit speeds in a quarter mile. You apply that to a car on the street, it's a fast car, it ain't slow. What I'm driving now is slow. You want an example of that? Right now I'm going under the speed limit, 50 miles per hour. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Okay, 4 seconds. In 4 seconds, I finally got up to the speed limit of 70 miles per hour. If I accelerated that 4 seconds in my Mustang, I would have been in triple digit speed territory. This is a slow car. 0 to 60, 8 seconds, you know. This car was not ever meant to win any races. My Mustang, 0 to 60, 4-second range. Though I haven't tested it, haven't gotten it there, it is definitely capable of a mid or at least a high 12-second run. No problem. Working on that, by the way. And that is a fast car. A stock Mustang GT is a fast car. A stock Camaro SS is a fast car. For the most part, even a Challenger RT or a Charger RT, just the, you know, the 5.7 Hemi cars could be considered fast. They're not slow. They're fast cars. But they're not ridiculously fast. You know, they are just like, just in that category, like they just crossed the threshold into the fast territory. You know, you'd have to get to a Scat Pack to really get into that fast car territory, and then you get to the Hellcat, and you look at it on the Hellcat, and that's closer to the edge of getting into something that's almost really fast. So the whole point of this video is to bring some light and talk about this. I don't know if anyone's ever talked about it. I'm sure maybe it's been mentioned, but I don't know if it's ever been really covered. And I really want to express the fact that a fast car is still a 12-second car. Like I said, when you get into the low 11-second, high 10s, now you're in a pretty fast car. You're getting into the 9s and 8s, you're really fast. Faster than that, and then it is just ridiculous. And for everyone who still has a 400 horsepower, 300 some horsepower, 500 horsepower, whatever it may be, depends on the weight of the vehicle. If it's still a 12-second car, man, you still got a fast car. Don't be discouraged by some of these stupid comments that people leave about your cars. There is nothing slow about a 3, 4, 500 horsepower car. Now, if someone says that, either A, they don't have a car of their own, B, if they do have a car and it is something that has more power, then they're just not humble and they're not a car enthusiast because they're only worried about being first and not sharing their experience with others. Or the third possibility is maybe there's someone with a 12-second car, but they firmly believe, because of the way YouTube and social media has, you know, changed the way people think about cars, that even they think their 12-second car is slow and it needs to be a 9-second car. You know, I just see so many people always trying to be the fastest person on the street. It's not going to work. You're just wasting your time and money and effort trying to be the fastest guy on the street. Doesn't matter how fast you are, there's always going to be someone faster. Just to wrap everything up, it's crazy to think how much influence YouTube, other content creators have on the minds of either established, older, younger, newer, whatever, just the car scene in general and just car enthusiasts. It's amazing the type of influence we have on that. I just really wanted to make this video go ahead and say that a lot of it is just smoke and mirrors. At the end of the day, if your car makes you happy, it really doesn't matter how fast it is. Because unless that other person who's calling your car slow is paying your bills on that car, they can go pound sand. But anyway, it's going to wrap it up here for this video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share with everyone you know. If you want to see more content like this and you haven't already, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Keep a lookout for next year's car enthusiast video.